Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. The Russians keep attacking, and the Ukrainians switched to defensive operations, no more offensives. We have here an article from Ukrainska Pravda and some maps where we can show what's going on as an update from the Ukrainian front. This article that I'm going to use comes from the Ukrainians, so let's get going. It's Ukrainska Pravda, and it is from today, January 11th, 2024, which is Thursday. Here it is. Ukrainska Pravda. Russians attack on 7 fronts where 73 combat clashes occurred. General Staff. Russian forces continue to attack on seven fronts in Ukraine's east and south, most actively on the Avdiivka, Marinka, and Kherson fronts, where they have been successful. See this? Interesting. So let's see where Avdiivka, Marinka, and Kherson are. Here is the map, and we got this is Kherson is down here, and then you have, let's go to Marinka and Avdiivka. Marinka is right here, Avdiivka is right here. So Marinka, Avdiivka, and Kherson in the south, right there. So in the east and south, they said this is east, right here, and this is south by the Black Sea. Now, 73 combat clashes took place over the past day. In total, the Russians launched 4 missile strikes and 48 airstrikes, firing from multiple launch rocket systems on the positions of Ukrainian troops and populated areas 36 times. Details. The settlements that suffered the airstrikes are 1, 2, 3 in Kharkiv Oblast. I'm not going to go over all those settlements. Luhansk Oblast and Donetsk Oblast. So those are, so in they said Kharkiv, or they said Kherson? Kharkiv, they said Kharkiv. They didn't mention the Kharkiv in the first one, but Kharkiv is right here. This is Kharkiv, Kharkov area. And then it's Luhansk south of Kharkov, and then Donetsk south. And in these areas, they claim they suffered the most. Over 120 settlements in Chernihiv, Ortenigov, Sumy, Kharkiv, Luhansk, Donetsk, Zaporizhzhia, Dnipro, Kherson, and Mykolaiv Oblast came under artillery fire. Basically everywhere, starting from here. Let me just get it. From here, this is Chernihiv, and then Sumy, and then Kharkiv, Luhansk, Donetsk, Zaporizhzhia, Dnipropetrovsk, Kherson, Mykolaiv, and Odessa, if that was also mentioned, which I don't think it was. It was just Mykolaiv. They stopped at Mykolaiv, which is right here on top of Kherson. Okay, in the areas of responsibility of the Khortytsia Operational Strategic Group on the Kupiansk front, Ukrainian defenders repelled 5 Russian attacks near the settlements of Sinkivka and in Kharkiv Oblast. This is in the west of the front, which is, in the north of the front, which is the west of Ukraine. This is Kharkiv, and Kupiansk is this area where things are getting bad. So they're talking about this area. Let's make it like this area here. And then we're going to go south in Luhansk, and then Donetsk, and Zaporizhzhia, and then Kherson. On the Liman front, which is south of Kupiansk, Ukrainian defenders repelled 6 Russian attacks east of Ternie and Vesele in Donetsk Oblast. So let's say where Liman is. Liman is Krasny Liman is right here. This is Krasny Liman, is right where these beautiful little mouths are open to swallow the Ukrainian troops. On the Bakhmut front, Ukrainian troops repelled a Russian attack near Klinchivka in Donetsk Oblast. Bakhmut is south of Liman, which is right here. This is Artemovsk or Bakhmut. This is the pride of Wagner Group. We go south a little bit in the area of responsibility of the Tavria Operation Strategic Group. On the Avdiivka front, Ukrainian defenders are continuing to restrain the Russian forces trying to encircle Avdiivka. I think that's already done, but just a cleanup operation. I think has been like this for 3 months at least. Over the past day, Ukraine's defense forces repelled 9 Russian attacks near Novobakhmutivka, Avdiivka, and Sievernya, and another 15 attacks near Pervomainske and Nevelske, Donetsk Oblast. We go south a little bit of Avdiivka, and that is Marinka. So from Avdiivka, which is this one right here, we go to Marinka, which is right here. I think it's already done. What's going on over there as well? The city is also, I would say, conquered, taken. On the Marinka front, Ukraine's defense forces continued to hold back the Russians near Marinka and Novomikhailivka in Donetsk Oblast, where they repelled 16 attacks. So they are holding back what exactly? Because the whole town is conquered. There's no more. This is Marinka right here. But hey, they say whatever, right? On the Zaporizhzhia front, this is where the counteroffensive occurred, if you remember, the last counteroffensive. So we move to this area right here with the Robotynia and so on in this area. Remember, this is the way the Ukrainians try to cut through here to go to Berdyansk or Melitopol in, I think it was 3 days, and if they, or something like this, if they did not succeed, that was dead, and it was dead from the very beginning. On the Zaporizhzhia front, Ukraine's defense forces repelled 5 Russian attacks near Robotynia and west of Verbove and in Zaporizhzhia Oblast. So right here, Robotynia is right here in the center. In the area of responsibility of the Odessa Operational Strategic Group on the Kherson front, this is the last one usually, Ukrainian soldiers are continuing measures to expand their established bridgehead. I don't think that's such a thing, personal. I don't think that's, or maybe they tried, showed the pictures, and then they keep the story going as it's happening. Despite significant losses, the Russians did not abandon their attempts to dislodge Ukrainian units from their positions. I don't think so. And the Russians, significant losses. You know what they do over there? I tell you what the Russians are doing over there. They shell the shit out of whomever is in those marshes on the Dnieper River. That's what they do. Do you think they move on with their... No, they're gonna just shoot the shit. It's flattened. How do you hide? I mean, that's why, another reason why I don't think that is accurate. And they say it's on the left bank of the Dnieper River, and this is right here. And I'm going to show you where these guys claim that they landed a bridgehead. Here in this area, okay, they still have it in this area right here. I personally don't think, I think they just showed up and then they were left, took the pictures and get the fuck out. During the past day, they made 11 unsuccessful assault actions on positions of the Ukrainian troops in that area. The General Staff emphasized that Ukrainian defenders are continuing to actively inflict losses in manpower and equipment on the Russian forces, exhausting the Russians along the entire front line. During the past day, Ukraine's Air Force struck 7 areas where Russian personnel were concentrated. An air defense system destroyed a Kh-59 guided air missile. Units from rocket forces and artillery hit 3 clusters of Russian military personnel, weapons and equipment, a command post, 2 ammunition storage points, and an electronic warfare station belonging to the Russians. This is what they say is happening here, right? Now, obviously, we have the right to question that. Remember when they showed us those pictures with so-called landing on the east side, left side of the Dnieper River? There was no indication that that really occurred where they said occurred. It was a body of water, some trees, some mud, and some poor soldiers over there landing or being in a boat or two. That's it. They could have been in a backyard here. Nevertheless, They haven't shown anything else after that, and I've been watching these guys since then. I mean, for the past 2 years, I've been on them. And no, I don't think so. But hey, and the Russians are losing what exactly? They shell those mofos over there, unfortunately, if they are, but I don't think they are. That's my assessment. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.